has claimed the lives of more than 20 civilians from both countries who've already fought 4 wars. A France 2014 met the family of one of those civilians as they investigated the living conditions of people in the Kashmir border area and what's being done to build bridges.
This densely populated border area of Pakistan lies on the edge of the Indian part of Kashmir. In recent days, cross-border firing has claimed over 20 civilian lives on both sides. Tensions continue to remain high in Bala, a village located less than a mile from the invisible line of control that divides these two nations. Asif Rahman, a 54-year-old man, was a victim of Indian mortar firing in the middle of the night. It killed him on the spot.
The mortar came from that side and it struck right here. My grandfather was about to step outside when he got hit by shrapnel. Behind me was an old bed, which was also destroyed by the blast. He fell on it and spent the whole night agonizing.
The family had moved to Sialkot, the nearest city, for safety, but Asif Rahman had refused to accompany them. Following Rahman's death that fateful night, this is the first time the family is getting together.
He would joke, calling them firecrackers. I would argue, saying, "No, father, can't you see? Those are mortar rounds." But he didn't take me seriously. He told me to leave and that he would stay here. Why is it us, the little people, who are being punished for a fight between soldiers? If they want to fight, they should kill each other, not us.
Journalists like Shams Javed have been reporting on this latest spate of violence from the front line. Javed believes that these villages are collateral damage in this broader conflict.
Beyond those fields is a very sensitive area. That's the borderline, behind which is the Indian territory and the checkpoints from where the mortars are being fired. It's about 500 to 600 metres from this village where we're standing, and it's here where the rounds end up falling.
Both sides accuse each other for violating the ceasefire agreement that came into effect in 2003. 50 kilometers from where Asif lost his life, many Indian Kashmiris had to hastily abandon their homes. They now live in this temporary shelter, a school converted into a refugee camp guarded by Indian soldiers. Over 30,000 residents live in such camps, waiting for peace so that they can go back to their homes.
As you can see, we all live in this one room. How can so many families live in the same room? It's very hard for us to be forced to live here.
The Indian government is providing them with food and shelter. The villagers, unfortunately caught in the conflict, have tried to come together in this tragedy. They find comfort in each other's company.
We left all our belongings, our livestock, our farms and properties to take refuge here. Now we all cook together and we eat together like one family.
The Kashmir issue has poisoned relations between India and Pakistan ever since the countries first became independent in 1947. Both claim their right over the territory. While Indians are accused of human rights violation in the part they govern, Pakistan continues to patronize such jihadi outfits in response to Indian occupation of the region, a policy that has brought both nuclear-armed countries to the brink of war in the past. In this latest round of hostilities, thousands of Islamists in Pakistan have called for jihad against India in public rallies. Despite there is a growing minority in both countries who want to build bridges between India and Pakistan. An example of this rapprochement, these future engineers in Islamabad who started what they call a virtual dinner with Indian students over Skype.
Yeah, so now we are connected to the Indian side, and we've got Adiba Rao and we've got Pushkar Dev.
As these youngsters eat, they get to know each other better in a bid to overcome misconceptions through person-to-person contact.
We don't buy into the traditional rivalry. We don't see why it keeps happening. I think it's because of the history, but there is no animosity between the masses.
I just never imagined it to be a happy place or a normal place just like India.
But with border tensions at their worst the last decade, even if the next generation wants to grow closer, leaders of Pakistan and India have adopted a hardline posture towards each other, stifling any hope for peace between the two countries.